So it looks like I have some good news and some bad news. Good news is, looks like I have a manufacturer that can make thing, which was really hard to find because, as you know, my design is very different from typical stuff that's going out by other brands and stuff. So a lot of manufacturers didn't have the materials on hand, and they also just didn't work with like magnets and stuff. This one doesn't either, but I think I have a solution, being putting the magnets in through the front because they're kind of visible already. So I just have to make this so they can click in. I don't know how hard it's gonna be, if that's even possible, but that's the goal. Bad news is I have to kind of redesign. That was kind of bad news. I have to kind of redesign the whole thing. Number one, for the magnets to go in the front. And number two, there are a few issues with this design and the materials I've used and stuff. So I have to make updates to that because I don't want any points of failure at all. All right, it kind of dawned on me that I wasn't really explaining what exactly I'm talking about, what thing I'm talking about. What I've been referring to is this sliding mitt I invented a few months back. As I said, it's different than other ones, as you can see it opens, and the other ones don't do that. You kind of just stick your hand inside, and the purpose of this is basically to make it a lot quicker for players to put on and take off. And it uses these magnets and teeth to hold it together. This one right here is one of the first, what's the beta version of it? So, or beta prototype. So as you can see, it's like, this was pretty messed up and quality is really bad. But the ones, I've sold 30 of them that I've made. Those are a lot higher quality than this. So going through the points of failure that I mentioned, I think, let me check my notes. I found it. So current problems, I think, is durability is one. The cuff, this one doesn't have it, but there's like a plate right here. You can see this is like raised, so dirt gets under here. Fabric slack, the humidity kind of makes this loose and come up from the foam under. And materials choice, maybe I want to revise that and go with something more durable or better in some other way. And then construction, that's kind of up to the manufacturer to kind of determine what the best way to make it and the easiest way to make it. So I have to revise the thing that goes right here. I might be able to show a picture of how it's supposed to go because this is an old one. One thing I noticed is when there's like rocks and there's like you're sliding, there's like little pebbles, this will kind of get these little micro cuts. And I'm kind of concerned that if they, with a lot of use and they build up, I don't want it to turn into an actual slice in the thing. So I'm thinking what other brands do is they have kind of a friction plate, I guess, something that will catch all the friction will be transferred to this and not to the main material. So I have a material on hand that I didn't buy, but I have some like I took off of something else, and I'm gonna test that on here to see if it does the thing. It's gonna add a bit of thickness, but I think it's a trade-off to protect the actual material because I want to stay with this nylon because I think it looks really good and fits the brand and it's very different than what other companies are doing. I realized on my last take these lights weren't on and kind of looks a bit dry, so I put them back on. That's pretty much it for this video. I want to keep it short. Next one, I'm going to actually show the process of making updates and designing the changes and stuff. Over this one, I just wanted to keep it short, so I think I'm around maybe 4 minutes and kind of just an update. I haven't posted in a while, so here you go.